Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm having trouble hearing you though.
So, Jason, how's your day so far?
Very domestic day for me today. I did some work around my house and I worked on some mixes and we've been, of course, working on getting the new album out. So I've been busy with that as well. And then trying to coordinate some shows today on the West Coast. Oh, playing with my turtle. I spent a good amount of time playing with my turtle today.
Good, 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 good. Awesome. So, Jason, your new album, Casting Pearls Before Swine, is to be out on September 19th. So, would you like to tell me a bit on the songwriting and production that goes behind this new album?
Well, the songwriting for that started immediately after we got done recording our last record, Generation Irrelevant. And I start demoing music and I'll demo, 30 to 50 songs, usually an album, probably closer to 50 on this one. And then I'll just send them over to our singer and he will pick the songs that he likes or he's intrigued by, and he'll write lyrics. Sometimes I'll send him songs that I've already written lyrics for, but
Mhm.
he generally handles, 60, 70% of that. Um, and then we'll take those songs and he'll give me the songs he's worked with back and I'll listen to them. And if I like him, I'll keep him. If I don't, we might try something different with them, different set of lyrics, different melodies or something. And we'll just go back and forth like this until we eventually get 10 songs that we think will make a great record.
Fantastic, fantastic. And this album has some kind of storyline or a theme behind it.
The storyline behind it, um, there's not so much of a storyline behind it. There's stories behind each song, I suppose. The title of the album, Casting Pearls Before Swine, is obviously, a biblical phrase straight out of the book. Um, and I thought it was appropriate for how we feel as a band and the state of the current music scene. Maybe we play music that's pretty antiquated, I suppose. Uh, a bulk of my influences are, 70s rock and roll, which was, I guess, considered punk rock before punk rock was called punk rock.
Yeah.
Not a lot of bands playing the style of music that we play, but we think we write great music in that style. So we put it out there. Whether or not people are going to appreciate it is a whole nother conversation.
Mhm. Fantastic, man, fantastic. And I had the pleasure of listening to this album in its entirety, and I had to say, 10 awesome songs, killer, killer, killer songs, beautifully written and fantastic vocals and amazing musicianship, bringing back the good old classic punk rock and roll back into the scene. Totally enjoying each and every song from this album. I have to say, fantastic work from you guys. So thank you for all the awesomeness that you have put inside this album. And as a band, as a creator, how do you guys feel about the outcome?
Oh, we're super stoked about the outcome. We love it. We're really happy with it. We like the songs. We have a great time playing the songs live. And me and Phil, when we write songs, I suppose that we do write them for a live setting. I mean, there's a lot of shenanigans we could do, but we don't do because we want to be able to perform the songs as they are on the album live. So that's always in the back of our mind when we write them. And also, thank you very much for your kind words about the record. That's very nice of you to say.
Thanks to you guys for the awesomeness, mate. And last week, you put up the single "Long Shadows" from this album. A great video, and I believe it's from one of your recent live performance. I would say so. Like, tell me.
So, the footage from Long Shadows is from a show in Chicago at Liars Club. Uh, we play up there. We love that club. And then the other footage was taken from the Star Bar in Atlanta, and we played there for a little festival called Spaghetti Town, Spaghetti Fest, I believe is what Ted calls it. But he runs a label in Atlanta called Spaghetti Town, and they put out great music. And we played there this year, and yeah, we just captured some footage. You know, we had some people in each city that we knew, camera guys who came out and shot it for us. And we actually never really had any intention of using the footage, I guess, for
Mhm.
anything. Um, we had already put together one video, which will be coming out, in a month and a half, maybe. And we wanted to put out another video, and we liked the song, so we just grabbed some of the live footage.
Yeah.
And our other guitar player, Genocide, she's a great video editor, and she just put the footage together, and well, you saw it. That's what we got.
Fantastic, man, fantastic. And any big plans on the day of the release?
Any big plans on the day of the release? No, I'm gonna relax on the day of the release because we're having to put so much work into getting the record out that when it's finally out, I will be able to relax.
Absolutely.
So I'm just gonna relax and enjoy the fruits of our efforts on the day of the release, probably.
Awesome. Awesome. And I think there's a lot of US tours that are lined up with dates. And do you have plans to go on an international touring probably by end of the year or early next year?
Early next year, I think we're going back to Spain, and we're going to France in January, and then we're gonna try to do some stuff next summer over there. That's kind of in the works. We have a lot of shows lined up for the end of the year. I know we're doing a run at the end of August with a band from Houston called Quinn the Brain. We're really excited about that. They're friends of ours, and we're just kind of doing some regional stuff with that. And then in October, we're going back up to Chicago. We're going to be playing at Reggie's with Fear, which is really exciting. We played with Fear before, and of course, they're a legendary band and a childhood favorite for me. So that will be fun. We're hitting St. Louis, Kansas City, Indianapolis, and then I think the final show of that run is in New Orleans. We're doing the NOLA by NOLA Fest, which is, I suppose, their little take on South by Southwest or something. And then we just booked some shows out on the West Coast for October as well. We'll be playing with the Hangmen, who
Yeah.
we've played with before. A great band, one of my favorite bands. And we're also playing with the Joneses, which really excites me. They're 80s LA punk rock and roll band, and I'm super excited to play shows with them because I'm a longtime Joneses fan, of course. And ironically enough, the Oxys, I think we've covered maybe 3 or 4 songs, while we were banned, mainly because we're so focused on writing original material. But one of the songs we did cover was "Fix Me" by the Joneses, so we're all really big fans, and we're very excited about that. Those shows I think are in LA, San Diego, Costa Mesa, and we'll probably fill in some other dates out there while we're there.
Wonderful, wonderful, Mitch. And any merchandise plans to go along with the album?
Merchandise plans, yeah. I mean, we always throw out new T-shirts and different merchandise. I don't know what's in the works. I think somebody is actually working on a blacklight poster for us right now, which I'm very excited about. I've never had a band that's had a blacklight poster, so I'm pretty excited about that. And fans can get all the merchandise over at our Bandcamp page. That's where we sell most of it. The label will have some of it as well.
Interesting, man. Fantastic. And speaking on the band, formed in 2021 with your debut album, A Day with the Oxys, which came out in 2022, and Generation Relevant in 2023. And now in 2025 with yet another new album. So, how do you guys feel about the road that you have traveled so far?
Um, Exciting. It's moved pretty fast. Um, if I told you right now we have the next album almost written, you might not believe me, but we do. Um, yeah, we just try to keep pushing forward, keep write. We just continuously write songs, write songs, write songs. We practice, we play them. But yeah, we're all real grateful with the outcome so far. A lot of good things have happened for us with the labels. They've been very generous to us. Um, the crowds are great. The fans are wonderful. Um, we've we've done a lot in the time that we've been together. Sometimes it takes bands a lot longer to accomplish what we have in a shorter amount of time. So we feel very fortunate for that. We definitely worked really hard though to get where we're at. So we're just gonna keep pushing forward.
Wonderful, wonderful. And any highlight moments for the band that you want to share with me today?
Highlights for the band. Wow. Um, we've had a lot of ups, but we've also had some downs. And some of the downs were actually as exciting as the ups, you know, in terms of shock or surprise, I guess. Um, the last time we were out on tour with the Hangman, our tour got cut short because we had a vehicle accident,
Mm.
uh, and the vehicle was totaled, and we couldn't complete the rest of the tour. And while that was horrible and awful and terrifying, if we were going to write a book about the band, that would definitely probably get a chapter of its own. Um, Other highlights would probably include, some of the bands that we play with or some of the shows that we played. We played with a lot of cool bands. Um, and yeah, just the albums dropping and being released. I mean, that's about as big as a highlight as you can get. That's the history of the band, and that contributes to your legacy. So uh, those things are really important to us.
Fantastic, man, fantastic. And being one of the coolest bands from US, do you feel like you're living the dream, or you feel like you have fulfilled whatever you wanted to do in this life?
Uh, I've played in a lot of bands, and I've toured pretty extensively throughout my life. So the dream I'm living, the band's part of it, but I also, I have a wonderful family, and I have a job that I love. Actually, I do corporate audio, and I really love to do that. So I feel really blessed in that way. The music's a lot of hard work, but it's really my passion. So yeah, I suppose I'm living some sort of dream that I'm still able to do that, and I'm still able to put out records and have the capabilities to get that music out to the masses.
Great, man. Great, great.
I mean, do I have a Lambo parked outside? No, I don't. I have a 65 Mercury outside though.
That's still cool.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Great, 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 great. And Jason, finally, any message you have for the fans around the world?
All the fans around the world. I mean, I'm just super thankful, that the fans listen to us and enjoy our music mainly. I love seeing the fans out at shows. I love communicating with the fans. They're all super friendly and supportive, and I feel really blessed that again that they pay attention to our band. It's wonderful. And I more than anything, I hope they really enjoy the new record. We're really happy with it, and I hope the fans are as well.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And Jason, I want to thank you so much for giving me today this wonderful opportunity to have you on the show. And thanks so much for Casting Pearl Before Swine, an amazing album which is to be out this September 19. Great work from you guys. Like I said earlier, great album. Totally loving this. And wishing you and the band all success and hopefully to see you guys on the road real soon.
Yeah, hopefully. Thank you so much for having me today. I appreciate it.
Pleasure, Jason. Take care and have a great evening out there. Bye bye.
All right, you too. Bye bye.